I'd be lying if I told you that never happened. But usually, it's not because you don't want to. Sometimes you're overwhelmed with the several orders that you have, but then you don't want to push the customer away. And sometimes you think you will be able to meet the deadline, and then you don't. But I try. I don't get very many orders, and how I manage that, because I don't want to have that kind of friction. So I tell my clients the truth. I'll tell you, okay, right now I have very many orders. If you don't mind waiting a little bit longer, maybe. And then I also don't take on very many tasks at a single time, because I know I'll fail. Anything that has something to do with creativity, you can't push that, because you need to be willing, you need to have the muse, you need to have, all that to be able to work on something. Fills them with hopelessness. Very many jobs have been cut off. Very many livelihoods have been compromised. But as anyone, I believe people are gifted and talented in very many ways. And some of these things don't actually need natural talent. Some of these things can be learned. So if you can learn a skill, learn how to do something that can bring in a resource, you don't have to start big. I personally didn't start with a shop. I started with making items and finding local markets. I do something, I wear it, someone likes it, and I call the order and I do it for them, I give it to them. You get. And I didn't start with the expensive stuff, ropes. Like I told you that I have jewelry that I did with plastic, handmade, stitched. So you don't have to think big or think, I have to open up a Tenge store like Janet. You can start by doing something where you are and just put it up where it can be seen. And I encourage people to do that, because a lot of business ideas can be effected without necessarily having huge capital. So even in this lockdown, if the job is gone, if you don't have the same livelihood that you had, plan a skill that can bring in something, put it to work, and life will go on. And still, the virtue that you need when it comes to business. And that's something I learned. And so if you have the easy money kind of mentality, it's very, very hard to pursue business. In 2012, the moment I had items around me, I would make a bag, I would make my own jewelry. I used to make necklaces and earrings, but for myself, not for sale. From the time I was in vacation, that was 2012, yes, are locally sourced. So some I make personally, but others are made by other local people, mostly girls, and young people that are talented. But not alone. Well, Mindua's Tenge store is my idea, and I created it. But it's I just look at it as platform for all the people that can create stuff, all the people that I know around me in my life, or their friends that can make something, or they have something artistic to sell. I usually encourage them to just bring them on board. I can put it up. I have space. There's still space lacking. If you have something that you can make, bring it up, and I can put it up for free. Tell me the price. I probably put up a commission, or just put it up. Tell me how much you want from it. So when it's sold, get your money. I have this particular necklace is actually made from Arua. Something from Kampala. I call up a friend on the other side, send them money, they buy and put them on the bus. Now that is hard. And then I'll get some items from Arua, and it's the same thing. For now, it's a big challenge. It scares me. It inspires me. If someone shows up and they're doing something similar to mine, I just need to step up to either maintain my customer base or, just do better. That's what I do. I pray. It's important. I pray. It keeps me, thinking, okay, brighter days, God is in control. I can't control the situation. And then secondly, I take care of my mental health, because it's very easy to hit depression. In the previous phase, actually, could call it, right? And and it was it had a very big impact on me psychologically, and then I realized I came out of it, but then I realized to keep positivity in my life as much as possible. Then I'm hopeful that brighter days will come, you get, and then I keep myself busy doing something that I like. So I actually figure out that in this COVID state, I am more creative than the previous. Okay, yeah, in a way, like I create more because I focus on doing what I love. I love doing what I do. Like there are very many school dropouts, like teenage mothers that are out of school that need rehabilitation. You know, they're struggling, stuck in poverty and kind of stuff. So my future plan is to have a rehabilitation center where these vulnerable groups, even just normal girls, rural, like impoverished and underprivileged girls, can gain a skill, because a skill is very important. Poverty has been seen to be a major factor, or the inability to have financial independence or be able to buy something for you. It has been seen as a factor that causes very many issues, violence, like teenage pregnancy, because they are lured by petty small things like cash. So my dream is to have a center, a training center.